Good morning, 5th grade. We are ready for language lesson 147 today. This morning we are going to get started with working with some sentences that I have on the board, and we're working with the words that we've learned about recently where different sets of words mean closely to the same thing but not exactly the same thing, and there is a better choice. So we're just going to practice some of that. This is our last lesson before a test. Tomorrow we will have a test, so we'll talk about homework for today after class. Let's get started. The red team has fewer or less points than the green team. Now remember, fewer is for when you can count them, and less is when you cannot count them. So in this case we could count the points, so we should choose fewer. Next, can or may I go with you to the game? Now, is this a thing of permission, or is he wondering if he has the ability to go with him to the game? He's asking about permission, right? He's asking for permission. So we should choose may. May I go with you to the game? Next sentence. Do you know the amount or number of pencils needed for the test? Now, amount is when we cannot count the specific amount. Number is when we can count them. So, can we count the amount of pencils? Can we count the pencils needed in this case? Yes, we can. So we choose number. Do you know the number of pencils needed for the test? The prizes were divided among or between the three runners. What should we use for this sentence? Now, we use between when we're talking about two people or things. We use among when we're talking about more than two people or things. In this case, we have three runners, so we should choose among. Last sentence. My new baby sister can or may sit up now. Are we talking about whether or not the little sister has the ability to sit up, or whether she has the permission to sit up? We're talking about the ability to sit up, so we should choose can. Let's go over what we learned about a dictionary and the thesaurus. Turn to page 253 in your language. Page 253. In the box on this page, it gives you the information that a dictionary gives you. Let's just go over that. So we know that the words in our language, we do not know the meaning of all of them, and the pronunciation and the spelling. So the dictionary is very helpful when we're writing and speaking. So a dictionary gives us the correct spelling of words. It gives you the correct pronunciation. It tells you accenting of the proper syllable. It gives syllabication, which is the word divided into syllables. It tells you the part of speech of the word. It tells you the meaning of the word. It gives you the spelling for other forms of the word. It gives a sample sentence for many of the words. And sometimes they have illustrations, which are charts, pictures, and drawings of the word that they're talking about. Remember, in a dictionary, entry words are the words that you look up. They're the bold-faced, darker printed words. Turn to page 263. 263, the thesaurus. Now remember, a thesaurus is very helpful to the writer as well, but it's different from the dictionary in that instead of giving meanings of a word, it gives synonyms and antonyms for words. Now, what are synonyms? Synonyms are words that mean the same or nearly the same thing. What are antonyms? Antonyms are words with opposite meanings. So if you look up a word in the thesaurus, it will give you a whole bunch of words that mean the same thing as the word you looked up, and it will give you words that mean the opposite. So you can choose whichever one gives the meaning you want to portray the best. Now remember, if you look up a word in the thesaurus and it tells you after the word, for example, if you look up sloping and it says slanting after it in capital letters, that means you need to look up slanting instead to find synonyms and antonyms for the word sloping. Okay, your homework for today is page 267 and study for the test. Page 267, you're matching words and their definitions, and then you have a paragraph you're working with there. You will need a dictionary, or you may need a dictionary and thesaurus for it. Study for the test. Go through your chapter and this last chapter that we've learned about. And if there's anything, excuse me, if there's anything that you feel like you need a little practice on, then study that extra much. Test tomorrow, so finish up your lesson, study, and I will see you, I say that too often. I will talk to you later, and yeah, see you again tomorrow.